Hey everyone, hi. This is Dave. Hope you're having a great day and a good week so far. I wanted to share something. I've never done this before, but I really wanted to share this because in this year of 2020, it's been a very trying year, a very difficult year for many with sickness and especially with the election coming up and the rioting and all the illnesses and the deaths and we're just in a different world now. There's a lot of unknowns. What's going to be going on? We don't know what's going to take place. We're seeing this country, we're not really sure. So there's a lot of things that are happening with monetary systems, with our cash, with the influx of extra money, trillions of dollars. We don't know what's going to take place. And, with schools and with masks and with all these things going on, it's really caused many of us to be fearful and negative. And I've got to tell you, I've been evaluating this recently. Why? Because I realized that all of us are negative. We see negativity throughout social media, throughout the media, throughout people who are lying, not being ethical, and it really affects us, our heart and our mind. And negativity is something that can really damage us, can really cause our brain and our mind to be not thinking positive anymore. And negativity causes problems within ourselves, physically, as well as hurting others. We hurt others. We don't mean to, but it's outlook, how we have this outlook. And, I've talked to a number of people about this. I know that I'm negative at times, and I see my family negative comments. And I'm sure it's a common thing that I'm sure you listening to me right now, you might have yourself an issue with this negativity. And it's not sort of like there are so many positive people out there and we live in this perfect positive world. But I do know that this is an issue. This is a real issue because when you focus on negative thoughts, or if somebody says something and all of a sudden your brain thinks of something negative to respond rather than positive to respond, what happens is you affect that person, but you also affect yourself too. And I've been seeing that more and more lately with myself, that I have been a negative person, and I see it through and through, and it really troubles me because it's like, why do I think that way? Why does this come out of my mind and my heart? I'm usually a very positive person, but then I start saying things or thinking things or judging people in the wrong way, and something then comes to me where it's like, oh my gosh, this is not right. Why am I saying this? And once you say it, right, it's like it's hard to ever to ask for forgiveness, and because people get affected by that. And I've hurt a lot of people in my life, my family members and others, not even thinking that it's negative, but realizing now the more I evaluate myself and the things that I've done to people, I have been negative. And so I ask for forgiveness for many of those negative comments. We have to work. It's a process of overcoming negativity. And it's through the grace of God, obviously, that we can do this. But we have to really start doing things in a way where it creates more and more hopeful thoughts. Now, this is you. This is what causes negativity, and I just want to read that for you. Negativity is often a product of depression or insecurity. It can stem from illness, life events. It could personality problems and substance abuse. It's like many things in life. Negativity too can become a habit, and frequent criticism, cynical thoughts, Denial can create neural pathways in your brain that encourage sadness, and not only for yourself, but also to others. And these negative tendencies can cause our brain to distort the truth and make it even more difficult to break the negative cycle. So luckily, most habits can be broken. Experts say that it takes 21 days to break a habit. So cynicism is a general distrust of people and their motives. Hostility is unfriendliness towards others, unwilling to develop relationships. If that's you, then you're understanding this. Filtering, only noticing the bad and what should be a happy experience or memory, right? This happens, I see this a lot, even with my own family. There's a lot of positive things that one can have in one's life, but when you think of a memory, maybe it's just negative, and it's they think, oh, that's a negative thing, or they take a little piece of negativity out of that event, and then they make the whole event or memory negative, and that's a problem that we have. I've seen it myself, I've seen it in others a number of times. Polarized thinking, this is important. The belief that if something or someone is not perfect, then they must be horrible. They must be a monster. They must be a bad person. Has that happened to you? Jumping to conclusions and assuming something bad will happen because of circumstance in the present. That happens a lot. Blaming others for personal problems and feelings that you are a victim to life's uncontrollable events. We see that a lot in our position. So how do we overcome this? How do we really get to the point in our lives that we need to make a change, because negativity causes not only hurting others, and also it affects our body. And this is what it can cause. It can cause headaches, chest pain, fatigue, upset stomachs, sleep problems, anxiety, depression, social withdrawal, drastic changes in your metabolism. You could actually overeat or undereat. This is a problem. And prolonged negativity also hurts mental health. So making individuals more likely to turn to substance abuse or alcoholism or smoking or any addictive sort of effect or abuse that they may have in their lives. So how do we overcome it? That's the key. I think we all know that there's a lot of negativity. What can we do to become more positive, right? That's what we want, because if we are more positive, then what happens? We're seeing life differently. Our health is stronger. People who are more positive live longer lives. There's no doubt about that. But the thing that we have to recognize, one, is we have to learn to recognize what is real, right? So we have to see both the good and the bad in the world. The more you become a realistic optimist, the more you will be able to focus your energy on the positive. So that's really important. Instead of just looking at negative, and we see it every day. It's horrible. And it's in our brain. It's like way there, and we just respond in a negative way. So the more we overcome that and look at reality, we can really make a difference. Second thing is really important, is live in the moment. That's really important. I see a lot of people who focus their time in the future or the past. We have to focus really on the task at hand. Really important. Avoid thinking of past mistakes or future fears. If a negative thought enters your head, respond with at least 3 positive affirmations immediately. Positive thinkers can control their mind and are aware of which thoughts enter their head. So that's important. 3. If you have a negative, think 3 positive affirmations really quick. Be positive. If being positive is a habit, then you'll need to practice optimism every day. Participate in activities that cultivate happy thoughts like hobbies, spending time with loved ones, and meditation, and engage in uplifting media and conversations. I think that's a big problem these days, especially with, if you see social media, there's so many young kids who are focusing on, horrible things, sexual things and evil things and dark things. I mean, the music, whatever it is, try to, change that and maybe watch The Sound of Music or something, something that might be positive, good church music that could be uplifting, Christian music. So, that could be something very valuable for you. As well as turn negativity into action. That's one of the last ones. Experiencing negative emotions and thoughts is inevitable, but positive thinkers know how to turn those negative statements into action. For example, a positive thinker may look in the mirror and see that she has gained a bit of weight, which I have. I've gained about 6-7 pounds lately, and it's bothering me over the holiday season. Instead of dwelling on your appearance, use it as a motivation to live a healthier lifestyle. So those are type of things that you go and instead of like, oh, I'm so fat, or I've gained so much weight, I'm so negative, turn it into positive. Change, go out for exercising or reduce your intake of food as much, slow down the process of eating. So those are some things. And then lastly is spend time with uplifting people. Try to find people who are uplifting, who are not negative, negativity is contagious. It really is. Don't catch the pessimistic bug from someone else. Instead, spend time talking with those who care about you and leave you feeling enlightened and content. Humans are social creatures, and developing a healthy network of family and friends can help you see the glass half full. And so we have to see it more like that. Okay. So these are just some things I just wanted to share with you, about negativity. We're in a struggle this time in this world. We don't know what's going to take place. But those things I shared hopefully are important. And they're actually by a author that I thought was, very well done. The name is Bree Maloney. And so, if you want some of that information, you could go and look up Bree Maloney about negativity. Really important stuff. Anyway, positivity is a key thing. It really makes a difference during this very difficult time that we're facing. Try to focus yourself on positive things. And if you have anything in your brain that makes you think if something comes in it's negative, try to just change it with 3 affirmations. Anyway, God bless you guys. Important thing for me, important thing for my family, and important thing for all of us, because negativity can really mess up our bodies and our mind, and we could get really depressed over it. Anyway, God bless you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.